hilarious Mr. Byron Bertram.
Keep that going for Amber Harper Young, ladies and gentlemen. Melanie Rose. Jonathan Gagnon. Yeah. You guys are a hot crowd. I've been doing the math. You've been laughing at about 33% of the jokes. That's good. You're like, we're going to sit the next two out. It's important that you laugh for the comedian's self-esteem. Because, a lot of comics, myself included, have mental health issues. And we need constant validation from half-drunk strangers in darkly lit spaces. And if you don't laugh, it feels like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in reverse. No support, tons of booze. Some of you don't laugh, though, even if you think the comedian's funny. You just sit in the dark, smiling like a creepy German tourist. No matter how funny you think the comedian is, you just sit there going, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy everything you're saying, but I will give you nothing to work with. You think you were doing badly, but no, you are doing very well. I like you very much, but you will never know. Continue to say the words that I like to myself while I watch you sweat on stage, contemplating your career options and life purpose. Schadenfreude wunderbar, das Otto. A little bit about myself. My name is Byron. I'm 39 years old. I've performed comedy for about 15 years. I've done stand-up in about 20 countries, and doing this job, I bought my parents a house. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? They fucked it up and lost it, though. My mom got high, left the emergency brake off, and it rolled into a fucking lake. Fuck you, Mom. I love my mom. She loves embarrassing me. That's like her favorite hobby. She'd be like, me and Byron's father were drunk on homemade red wine listening to Ray Charles, and my diaphragm slipped, and that's how he was born. Mom, stop talking to the bus driver. This is fucking disgusting. One of my mom's favorite things to do, also, besides embarrassing me, is giving me guilt trips. That's a mom thing, right? My mom's so good at giving me guilt trips, she'll make me feel guilty for things I've done in the future. I was going to Australia a while ago, and she's like, you're going to Australia, it's hot there, it's so hot, I worry, it's so hot. I'm like, yeah, okay, promise me you'll wear your sunscreen. Yeah, I promise. I bet you won't. Jesus Christ. They love drinking there. They're all ex-convicts. They'll have alcoholic blood. Right? You're gonna be drinking, all socially, I guess. You're gonna get drunk every night, aren't you? Look, I'll try not to get drunk every night, Mom. I bet you won't. It's like, Mom, I'm 39 years old. You don't think I know how old you are? I was in labor with you for 33 hours. The doctor had to cut me open and yank you out because you're such a stubborn little shit. And he was gonna cut your foreskin. I'm like, you're not gonna cut my baby's willy, you butcher. You're uncircumcised, so if you bring home a hot date, you better remember to wash your penis, but I bet you won't. This is too much information for people eating nachos. You enjoy that extra cheese. That is my favorite reaction. Applause, clapping, and disgust. Oh, it's just, yeah, that's what I want. Disappointment and approval. Within the same breath. I don't know much from my age. What I do know, is at the age of 39, don't be friends with your parents on Facebook. Has that gotten anybody into trouble? Ah, that's a mistake. Because I have some really juvenile, degenerate scumbag friends. And sometimes they put shit on my Facebook wall that's really inappropriate, and my mom sees it and not only gives me shit for shit I've done in the future, but for shit I didn't even do at all. She'd be like, how could you? So this one time, she just freaked at me. She thought this image a friend of mine posted, it was disgusting. My friend, she posted this image. My friend, we'll call her Susie Rossum, because that's her name. She posted this image. Now, in this image, there's a man in a field, and he's on his knees wearing women's negligee, and he's sticking his cock into a tailpipe of a car. And she tagged my name in it because she thought it looked like me. Well, I guess my mom did too, because she's like, how can you do this? But before I convinced my mom it wasn't me, my dad unexpectedly jumped to my defense. I was like, oh, who hasn't fucked a tailpipe lady? Oh, my dad's a character, too. My dad's a big stress case because he lives with my mom. My dad's such a stress case, if I told him unexpected good news, it just wouldn't compute. It would stress him out even more. If I was like, Dad, you won the lottery. He'd be like, now your mom's gonna buy a bunch of shit we don't need. They're like, who cares? You can put in that mansion you'll be living in. It's huge. I'd rather fucking slash my wrist than move a kid. Your penis grew an inch and a half. How am I gonna fit that in a tailpipe? So I have mental health issues, clearly, as well. I'm an only child, an eccentric artist, fucking parents. Got their own demons. A lot of comics talking about their personal shit. I will too. I got a bit of obsessive compulsive disorder. That's my thing. Anybody here have OCD? Yeah? If you do, clap 17 times. That's weird. That person clapped 4 times and gave up. I think that person had OCD and ADHD. We're like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like purple. For me, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, just for people who don't know much about it, I'll describe it like I have a really shitty life coach, right? And he happens to be the voice in my head. And he's always giving me terrible advice that I listen to. He'd be like, hello, Byron, how's it going? He's got an English accent too, I have no idea why. He'd be like, how's it going? I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, well, fucking, you know what? Check the stove 4 times and wear the same socks for a week, or else your hockey team will lose. I'm like, oh, fuck. Even when I'm sleeping, he just fucking bugs me for no reason. He'll just make me worry for no reason. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And he'll be like, what? You got AIDS. For those who didn't laugh, you have AIDS. Yeah, punish him for laughing. One thing my mind makes me do, I don't know if it's an OCD thing or just an overthinking thing. I've always done this, especially when I was a bit younger, when it comes to girls. I'd always second guess myself when it comes to talking to girls. It's a tough thing as a man, because you're taught one side, you got to make the first move, but you're also taught just fucking don't talk to women at all. This shit will get you into trouble. So you think, what should I do? You know, you got to make the first move, but you want to be oh fuck, it's weird. You see a cute girl, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna say hi. But then my mind would be like, don't leave her alone, she's too pretty, don't be creepy, fuck off. Yeah, fucking, I'm not gonna say shit. But then my mind would be like, you chicken shit pussy, say hello. Don't be a fucking beta male loser. Make a fucking move, mate. I'll be like, yeah, I will say hi. Don't, she'll call the police, you'll go to jail. She'll mention you on Facebook and what a creep you are, you'll never work again. Oh, fuck, you're right, I won't even say hi. I changed my mind. Say hello, you're funny. Women like funny, funny men, and you're a funny, funny man. Yeah, I am funny. You're not that funny. If you're really funny, you'd be performing in sold-out theatres. You wouldn't be performing at the bottom of a closed hotel. If you're really funny, you'd be performing on television. Oh, fuck, I forgot. It's Canada. That wouldn't fucking matter anyway. Oh, how dare you insult the CBC? I have all 45 seasons of fucking Heartland on DVD. On an all-new Heartland. My horse is depressed. Let's see what happens. Let's give it more government funding. $1.2 billion, thanks for President Poolboy. Don't insult Trudeau. Everybody loves him. All right. Yeah, and I'm fucked up. I was diagnosed with OCD when I was 17. The thing about OCD is you don't choose what to worry about. Your mind has its ulterior motive, and sometimes anything will trigger it. One time my mom just said, "You ever think you might be gay?" When I was 13, I'm like, no. But then my mind is like, well, maybe you're gay. Why did your mom ask you that? She knows you better than you know yourself. You're not attracted to men now, but you might be tomorrow. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but why are you listening to me? Shit, you might be gay. But I knew I wasn't gay because I was attracted to girls. And I saw a girl and I'd be like, look at Catherine McCarthy. She's sexy. I want to have my way with her in science class. But then my mind would be like, well, now you're a sex offender. And I'd be like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then I saw a fucking guy and I'm like, shit, what if I just pushed him in front of a bus? Well, now you're a murderer. I give you a promotion again. Oh, it's fucking terrible. My mind is spinning out of control. So I saw the doctor and he put me on Prozac and it really calmed my mind down. It was amazing. Prozac prevented me from being a gay sex offending murderer. And that's why drugs are awesome. I know some of you judge me for saying that. Some of you might be hippies and you're like, seriously, man, you shouldn't do prescription medication. I'm not a doctor, but I'm a hippie and I know best. All right, seriously, if you fucking want to feel better, don't do fucking prescription medication. Just smoke copious amounts of marijuana, join a drum circle, do some yoga, okay, and swallow cum. Works for me. My name's Dragon. By the way, can I borrow $1,000? I'm not a big fan. How many pot smokers do we have here? Yeah, woo? Yeah, fucking. I gotta tell you, I think your drug is shit. I know. I can't judge. I look like a fucking gay lumberjack drinking this red wine here. The reason I don't like pot is because it cost my parents a fucking house. That's why. They don't remember that joke. No, a friend of mine gave me like a THC gummy bear, and it's the worst experience of the world. I got super paranoid. I felt like I was being date raped without the rape. I was like, oh my God, is he trying to rape me? And then I was like, why is he not trying to touch me? What the fuck? And this is the feeling that you guys want to fucking spend your life fucking fighting to a lot of people. It's like, yeah, I want to make it legalized. Oh, it's already legalized for the most part. Fucking more. I like how self-righteous these pot activists are. They're like, yeah, I'll fucking show it to the man. Woo, I'm living on the edge. Wait till I lie to a shitty doctor on a laptop at a dispensary about my back pain to buy an overpriced bag of fucking kush. Woo, yeah. I got so many pothead friends and they're all environmentalists. They go to Wreck Peach. They get so stoned they forget all their garbage there, ironically. Oh, fuck. I wanted to save the earth, but I forgot. If you want to smoke pot, smoke pot. I don't know. I get so many friends that are stoners and they never get shit done. They're like, no, man, pot really inspires me to never learn how to play more than 3 chords. It really inspires me to never finish that book I've been talking about writing for 8 years. I just think if you're over 30, it's time to grow up, put the bong down, pick up a $5 bill, and do some real fucking drugs. Okay? Because if you want to be a degenerate, be an alert degenerate. very polarizing, your opinions. You're not pleasing everybody, saying what you want to say. I like alcohol, though. I'm a bit of an alcoholic. It's hard not being an alcoholic, right? No, just me. Because a lot of times as an unknown comedian, you don't get paid money, you get paid alcohol. So then you think, if I don't take these drinks, then you know what? Fuck, I'm not getting paid. Plus, there's starving alcoholics in Africa. I'd feel terribly guilty if I let this lukewarm domestic draft go to waste. I think if you are going to drink, though, I say drink wine. Because if you drink wine, you know, people just think you're classy. You could have 2-3 bottles a day. Nobody thinks you're an alcoholic. They just think you're fucking educated. Right? Like, if you know any wine tasting notes, you sound sophisticated. You can't do that with beer. You can't be like, this is a glorious 2012 Bud Light. It's flat, it's warm, and there's a cigarette butt floating in it. I was at a wine tasting in the Okanagan, and it was the weirdest event I've been to. Because at this wine tasting, they were having a UFC fight. It was weird. So you had two totally contrasting types of people. You had a bunch of these pretentious wine tasters, and they had a bunch of these aggro UFC fans. I want to see the two breed. Somebody's both. If you're like, yo, buddy, check it out. The fucking expressive tannins in this Cabernet Sauvignon is totally like harsh rock on my fucking palate, buddy. Fuck yeah. Fucking last night, me and my boy fucking Deepak kicked down some mailboxes and sculled down a bottle of Grand Cru Chardonnay from the French Alps of fucking Bordeaux. It gave me like an aroma smackdown in notes of lemon, cedar, and passion fruit. I'm also getting some smoky, rich undertones of honey and tobacco, buddy. Fuck yeah. Yo, big dog, you drinking the Chilean Shiraz? It's got a great fucking ground game, eh? Saturday night, it's totally gonna make that 2014 Argentinian Malbec tap out like a bitch. What are you having, a beer? I'm having a rosé, fag. You have no idea how long it took me to memorize that script. Look at you pandering for an applause break. Oh man, I love accents. How many girls like a guy with an accent? Yeah? 5 of you? That's cool. The rest of you are like, I only fuck guys from Maple Ridge. What kind of accent do we like, ladies? Irish, Aussie, Scottish, Aussie, Irish, Scottish, just a bunch of fucking white countries. All right. You know what? I hear a lot of racist vaginas. Yeah. Oh, like, there's some racist vaginas here. That's what I fucking noticed. All right, I'm offended. All right? You're just like, white countries. White countries. I know this. I got a lot of women who are friends, white women, and they always go like, I hate racism, and then they swipe left to 300 fucking Chinese guys on Tinder. All right? I know it's an uncomfortable thing to bring up, and there's some awkward white women, and there's some fucking Asian guys being like, it's so fucking true. I never get a match, fucking bitches. Tiffany Jenkins, fuck you. I don't know who that is, but she sounds white. I know, this one got offended right now. That's fucking bullshit. I'll show him I will fuck 8 Chinese guys just to fucking spite him. It's like, they got tiny dicks. How do you fucking know? They don't know if you pad your bra either. Fucking give them a chance. Ooh. Look, how do you know if a Chinese guy's got a tiny dick, all right? My girlfriend, she's Asian. She doesn't have a tiny dick. All right? She doesn't have a dick at all. I don't fucking judge her. Maybe you white women better fucking be more open fucking crotched. Not minded. Anyway. Okay. Should have quit while you were ahead. You were going great a few minutes ago. Now this woman is phoning in for a formal complaint. Were you just holding a beer to your fucking ear like it was a phone?
Were you just like, hi, I I think I'm an alcoholic. I don't know, what the fuck?
You seem like a delightful drunk. Some people are good at handling their alcohol. Some people aren't. I have a friend. He's a genius. You know, Mensa level genius. Really smart guy. He's got like a master's in quadrophysics. Just some uber smart shit. But after like 2 beers, autistic potato. What he'll do, he'll hit on women. He'll insult them unintentionally. He's a nice guy. And then to make things funnier for me, he'll offer the girl a high five. Like they achieved something awesome. He'd be like, hey lady, you're kind of fat, but hey, I'd still go home with you. High five. Hey, you got beautiful blue eyes like the ocean, but one of them's bigger than the other. High five. Hey, you smell nice. Do you work with livestock? High five. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Is that why you're in a wheelchair? High five. Girls could be just as bad, though. Girls could be just as bad. I was in Australia, and I met this one girl, and she was hitting on me and picking a fight with me. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Multitasking at its best. He's like, "Are you American bloke?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm Canadian." Shut up. You got nice eyes, you piece of shit. Thanks, I guess. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a ventriloquist. And you fuck me like the tiny limp dick fuckwit piece of shit you are, mate. It's like, listen, lady, I don't know who you are, but it's 2:30 in the afternoon and we're in a bank. Are you gonna prove me for this mortgage or what? High five. Oh, man. Australians are funny. We have any Australians here? Yeah, one guy. Fucking Australians are everywhere, hey? They're like the herpes of ski resorts everywhere. Australians, they're like the former British Empire. Small population that ruthlessly conquered 2/3 of the world's youth hostels. They don't pronounce their R's. Do you notice that? No pirates in that country. I've been to Australia a number of times. I'll be like, my name's Byron. What's your name? Mac. Mac? No, mate, Mac. Mac? No, mate, Mac. Oh, Mark. Ye, mate, Mac. How you going, mate? I'm going nowhere. I'm staying here. Name's Gary. What? Gaya? No, mate, Gary. Gayer? No, mate, Gary. Oh, Gary. Ye, mate, Gary. Well, the accent in Australia gets stronger the further inland you go, because the gene pool gets thinner. You're like, my name's Byron. What's your name? I. Oh, Rebecca. Your parents are related, eh? Man, if you have an accent, you get laid before you clear customs in this fucking country, right? It's crazy. Oh, I have a friend. He's English. Oh, gets laid all the time. Girls are just like, are you English? I always wanted to go there. It's so expensive. I guess I'll just fuck you instead. Bullshit. Spent a lot of time in England. England's an interesting place. Very different than Canada. Their infrastructure is all fucked up. Everything's old and archaic and Victoria era. Everything's broken. You turn on a heater, it sounds like a dog falling down a flight of metal stairs. You flush the toilet, your shit goes around in a circle for half an hour like a haunted Ferris wheel. Smell me, smell me, smell me. Go away, this is a nightmare. You turn on the shower, it's got the water pressure of a creepy old man drooling on you. Ooh, aren't you developing nicely, young lady? Ooh, stay clean. England is kind of, to me, it's like a dirty old man with great stories. It's like, let me tell you about the play, the Romans, Shakespeare, and the war. Sit on my lap, I have an erection. Canada is like a hot 20-year-old girl with no life experience. Check on my mountains on my ocean. Yesterday, never heard of it. Hashtag Trudeau. What? I'm pretty. Fuck you. I gotta tell you, we, in Canada, our racism's pretty horrible. I don't mean it's like really bad. I mean, it's just like we're really lazy at being racist compared to the rest of the world. I was in the States, and they take pride in their racists, because a lot of racists, they like me, because they think, just by looking at me, that I might be racist. I was in Tennessee at a bar. Within 2 minutes, guy's like, let me tell you about this place. Worst thing that happened down here, abolishment of slavery. I'm like, Jesus, bartender, what's your specials? You know, the worst you'll get in Vancouver is like, housing's expensive. I wonder who's to blame. No, he didn't even say Chinese, but I'm offended. No. I'm just gonna project he said Chinese, even though he didn't say it. Fuck, man, we get really offended. That's like our occupation here now, isn't it? It's like, what do you do for a living? Not racist. It's like, well, yeah, fuck, come on, man. I like how people think they have a sense of humor and then they get offended. It happens so many comedy shows. I have really funny friends, comedians, and without fail, every time, someone gets offended and starts crying and writing, yeah. But I just think if you come to a comedy show, maybe suspend your disbelief and have a laugh. Don't take everything at face value. Don't be like, everything the comedian says is true. If you come to a comedy show and you choose to get offended, I think you gotta take responsibility. Maybe you shouldn't come to a comedy show. Maybe you shouldn't walk down the street. Maybe you shouldn't leave your house. Maybe you should fucking die. And everybody has a different sensibility in what they get offended at. You might be offended at something that you might not be, and you might be offended at something that you might be. And me, the comedian, I need to navigate everybody's sensitivities. And if I unintentionally say something that might have hurt your precious feelings, then we should make a formal complaint, and we should shut the show down, and we should shut the club down, and we should call the Human Rights Tribunal, and you should be thrown in jail. And just to be safe, Justin Trudeau should outlaw the alphabet, because there's some hurtful words in those letters. Like, everybody's different. I could take a shit on stage right now. Most of you would be offended, but some of you would call me a genius. And you'd probably be French Canadian. Oh, boom. Oh. Okay. I asked that earlier. How many accents do you like? And you said English, Irish, Scottish. Not once as the girl said French Canadian. I guess there's nothing sexy about hearing somebody say, "Can you spare $5? I want to make enough to go to Tofino. I want to be homeless there." I'm allowed to make fun of French Canadians because they're also white. So don't worry about it. My girlfriend's Asian. Hashtag not racist. Yep, there you go. That's my occupation. Just want you guys to love me. Woo! Yeah! Good times. Cheers. Kanpai. Prost. Having a good time? Getting hammered? Fun? Good times? Yeah. There's a lot of attractive women here. How many women like sex as much as men do, by the way? Just curious. Yeah? Nice. Fucking prove it! was a terrible pickup line. I think physically women like sex as much as men. If not more, when you're in a comfort zone. But it's different, the comfort zone. Because men, we'll fuck if we're suicidal. Right? Because our minds and our penises, they're just different franchises that play for the same league. But women, it's all interconnected and it's confusing to the male. Sometimes a girl will physically be into, but emotionally she's not. She'll be like, kiss me, touch me, stop. I can't go any further. And then the man feels bad. You're like, did I do something wrong? It's like, no, you're doing everything right. Oh, I'm as wet as a January afternoon in North Vancouver. Well, why'd you say no then? Because I just got out of a really, really, really intense 2.5-week relationship 4 years ago. Emotionally, it's just not right. Can't we just spoon? Will you toss and turn in extreme frustration? Will I sleep like a fucking baby? I love looking at the crowd after that. Because I see some women laughing. And some women are like, this guy's a fucking asshole. And I see some guys want to laugh, but they're like, I'm on a fucking date. Yeah, we're living in a fucking weird area, you know. It's just time, you know. This whole social media thing and just it's hard, you know. The celebrity accusations, you know. Men, just people are in general, I think, are to a small degree or major degree. We're all a bit fucking disgusting. Right? All of us have done something we regret to a minor or major degree. I've done shit I regret. Most of it, seriously, if I did the shit I did when I was like 6 years old, I did now, I'd be in jail. Fuck. Most of the bad shit I'd done was like just when I was like 6, and you know, I have the excuse I didn't know better, but you know, I should probably feel guilty. I did some disgusting shit. I don't know, speaking of the guys, I was a big Star Wars fan. Did you ever do this? You and your friends stand by a toilet bowl and you played fucking lightsabers? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What you did is you had a sword fight with fucking urine. Right? And 30% of it made it in the bowl. Fucking just really the least hygienic fucking. The kids are disgusting. And I remember at that age, this is when I learned that girls and boys had different private parts. Because I said one time to a friend of my mom's daughter, who's a girl, I said, do you want to play lightsabers? She said, sure. And she sat on the toilet. I pissed all over her. I fucking R. Kelly'd her when I was 6. It was disgusting, and I feel guilty for it. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars so much, man. I remember my friend, he had the biggest Star Wars collection. And he's like, Santa gave it to me. And I'm like, Santa did not reward him for being nice, because he was a naughty fucking kid. Santa did not reward me just because my parents are poor. Fuck you, Santa. Yeah, oh. And I said, oh, or you said, ho, ho, ho. But yeah, man, I remember one time he told me, he's like, I said, this fucking Luke Skywalker. And I said, I want to play you Luke Skywalker. He's like, yeah, you want to play me Luke Skywalker? I'm like, yeah, I want to play Luke Skywalker. He's like, all right, well, let's fucking connect dicks. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, you're not supposed to touch somebody's private parts. He's like, well, you want to play me Luke Skywalker, you got to connect dicks. And I was like, shit, I don't want to connect dicks. But I really wanted to play with that Luke fucking Skywalker, man. I felt like a young aspiring actress in Harvey Weinstein's hotel room. I was like, shit, how far am I willing to go? This isn't a stormtrooper. This isn't a fucking Jawa. This is Luke Skywalker. All right, I fucking connected dicks. And I should have stopped right there because, you know, the Force is strong with him. I couldn't resist the dark side. Yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And he just kept asking for fucking bigger things. And it was hard to resist. He had Jabba the Hutt's palace. He had an AT-AT walker. I was like, oh my God, you know, I see him to this day, you know, he's a cool guy. We catch up on old times. But every time I talk to him, in the back of my mind, I just can't think like, fuck, man, I can't believe I blew you for a Millennium Falcon. Oh. All right. Some of you guys were offended at my childhood. I like that. I'm offended on behalf of you for telling a story. Honestly. I don't know if you guys... This is my least favorite part of the show. Because you guys get your bills, right? So I seen some of you tonight. You're like, fuck fuck? Yeah. Comedy and censorship. It's weird. People get offended easy. I was mentioning that. I was once in this show in Calgary, and the guy said, who hired me, he said, could you maybe not swear? And I was like, no problem. I won't force that on people. I don't know why I said that, but I did. He said, oh, speaking of forcing on people, could not do jokes about sexual assault? I'm like, okay, no problem. Could I do jokes about sexual consent? He's like, well, there's some people that might not be getting laid, so I wouldn't do those either. I'm like, oh, fabulous. He's like, oh, speaking of fabulous, don't do any gay jokes. I'm like, okay, I have a bit about a quiche I just baked. Could I do that? I'm like, well, some people might have dietary restrictions. What if you upset a vegan and he slaps you in the face? Not that it'll have any effect because he has no calcium in his bone strength. Can I mention the weather? This is a skin cancer fundraiser. Don't mention the sun. Jesus Christ. Oh, speaking of Jesus, don't mention the Bible. Some people haven't finished the book yet. Hashtag spoiler. Well, what can I mention? Well, this is Alberta, so racism is fine. Man, I love Vancouver. It's very multicultural. I went to a very multicultural school. My school was so multicultural that whenever the honor roll was mentioned, if a white kid's name was in there, the high school principal just acted like he smelled a fart in an elevator. I was one of the few white kids there. He'd be like, we have some wonderful students who achieved honor roll status. Their names are as follows: Sequinder Ball, Geeta Bindi, Quang Bui, Tommy Chu, Mindy Chu, Bob Cooper, really? Arbinder Dhaliwal, Lisa Hung, Nancy Hung, Iqbal Jawal, Farooq Jiwa, Doug Jones. Doug fucking Jones? No fucking way. Albert Lee, Benson Lee, Cindy Lee, David Lee, Edwin Lee, Francis Lee, Gary Lee, Henry Lee, Larry Lee, Lawrence Lee, so many Lees. I'm exaggerating. None of the white kids made the honor roll. I got picked on a lot, man, at school. I got picked on so much because I was an academic. I was a little overweight. Chinese kids they made fun of me so much. It was weird when Chinese kids made fun of me because a lot of them were ESL, so their language was weird and hurtful. Just be like, how are you, Byron? I'm good. Good, I'm better. I'll fuck your dog-faced mom with chicken. What the fuck? I'm crying, but that's a run-on sentence. You know, it's funny when I do that Chinese voice. I always notice, especially in Vancouver, that Chinese people usually laugh, but white people sometimes get offended on behalf of the Chinese people that are laughing, and that's racist. Not respecting what they think is funny, judgmental fucking white people. One time a guy's like, that's racist, but he's Chinese and he's laughing. No. He doesn't know real racism. I know real racism, okay? Because I got a doctorate in human rights equality at the University of No Sense of Humor, Liberal Douchebaggery with a minor in quinoa. And then he ran off to get beard moisturizer. One guy said to me, it's racist when you, a white privileged man, do the Chinese jokes. Because you never hear how Chinese people make fun of white people on stage. He stormed off and fucking updated his Facebook status. And I'd love to hear Chinese comedians make fun of how white people talk. They're like, you ever hear how white people talk? When white people talk, they sound so stupid. Every day they're like, hey, Gordy, hey, Doug, let's drink some beer, smoke some pot, and not study for the piano recital. So stupid. I'm allowed to do that voice because my girlfriend is Japanese and she hates Chinese people. dating a racist, but she's not white. It's cool, don't worry about it. Just relax, white people. Oh, man. We're living in weird times, man. I don't like offending people. I get a guilty conscience. I do. I feel guilty a lot. My mom instilled some guilt in me, and I feel guilty to this day. I remember I listened to my mind too much. Biggest example of my mind giving me a hard time, I was in England a while ago, and I was single at the time, and I met this beautiful black girl, and I ended up at her place, and we're making out. Everything's going good. But then she said something that really threw my head for a loop. She goes, I have to go to the loo, but before I come back, I want to be honest with you. About a year and a half ago, I had a post-op. I used to be a man. Anyway, gonna tinkle. What the fuck? Now, my mind is going fucking all over the place. Because one side of my mind is like, what are you going to do, Byron? What are you going to do? If you leave, that means you're homophobic. It means you're transphobic. She's black, it means you're racist too. What are you going to do? I'm like, I guess I should stay. But then my mind is like, well, now you're gay. You're either homophobic or you're gay. There's no middle ground. It's like Trump or Hillary, either way you're fucked. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I did. I called my mom. And my mom gave me a big hard time. She's like, what's the big deal? She used to be a man, well, she's a woman now. Oh, it's better than fucking a tailpipe. I didn't raise you to be closed-minded. I raised you to be open-minded. You're just worried about what your dick joke-telling conservative comedian friend buddies will think, aren't you? And if you have any self-respect, you'll go to that he-she's room and you'll do your mother proud. But I bet you won't. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I did, but what I will tell you is you need to live for yourself, okay? And at no point should everybody be peer pressured into having sex with a man just to please their mother. Oh no. I just want to mention a couple of things. I am on Twitter, Facebook, YouPorn, Instagram. It's Byron Bertram. I got cards here. And most importantly, me and a good friend of mine, we do a podcast. It's called The Dry Shave Show. Yes. What's it called? Dry Shave Show. The Dry Shave Show. It's on Podbeam. I got tons of these cards for free. Me and my friend, we talk about politics. He's a bit more right-wing. I'm a little more left-wing. And we talk about politics and comedy, current events, news, history. It's all great stuff. He's a fascist. I'm a narcissist. It's really funny shit. And I guarantee you either love it or you'll fucking hate it. Seriously. And if you hate it, then just tell all your friends and they can hate listen it, and that's fucking even better. And if you do drugs, this card is great for doing up drugs and then just binge listening to 8 episodes like, I want to hear fucking more. It's called The Dry Shave Show. I'll be handing out theirs there at the back. We're trying to get some more viewership and some listenership, and you guys have been great. But no, wait, I'm not done yet. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, from Vancouver. It's a fucking beautiful place, Vancouver, isn't it? Yeah, you got the mountains, you got the ocean, and then it rains biblically 2/3 of the year. It's like a supermodel that won't stop crying. It's hot. She's hot some of the time. Take a picture, put it on our Instagram. It's not gonna last long before she drags you into never-ending seasonal depression. She's way too expensive to be in. And I'm sick of fucking her. I know what you think. How do you fuck an entire city? Just ask the Canucks. They do it to us every year. The crowd was offended, but clapped in agreement. I love hockey. Do you know what I hate? Player interviews. Just stop interviewing these people, all right? They're fucking talented on the ice, and that's it. There's a second reason they wear a fucking helmet. Don't talk to them. They get asked stupid questions, and what are they supposed to say but just sound like fucking the grade 8 educations they have? They're like, you're down 2-1 going into the third. What do you need to do to get back into this game? Oh, we got a lot of good guys in our dressing room. We're going to put them in the ice, and we're good guys. They got guys, but our guys are gooder, I think, and we'll just push real tough. We just gotta get those pucks real deep and hard and soft, push them through hard tough. We gotta stay out of the box. We can't go away. We gotta stay on the ice and don't go away in the box. We gotta be behaved. We gotta be good boys. Can't be, if we're bad boys, then we're gonna have less guys than they have guys. We got to stay on there and just push it real tough and deep and hard. And we can't let more pucks go into our goaltenders' holes. We need to get more pucks into their holes. And if we do that, we think we could have fun. Our coach he's been working hard. He feeds us every day. Any closing thoughts before you return? I ate crayons for breakfast. There he is, Sidney Crosby, his first game back after his 8th concussion of the season. I love hearing interviews of hockey players that are like 100. You ever hear like a really old guy talk about hockey? The world is a tougher place. All right, it was way tougher before Facebook, right? Man, and you hear these players, and just like, it sounded like fucking hell. And the guy survived, and he talked about fucking winning, and he's just like, we weren't supposed to win, and we weren't even expected to win. They didn't have those, they didn't know when I heard the fucking Morris code talk about it and all. We were supposed to win. Half our team had polio. Luckily, we caught a break when the other team had Spanish influenza. Our goaltender got injured. That was unfortunate because he was the team doctor. And our coach was dying of scurvy. But we won, and that was the last time the Toronto Maple Leafs lifted the Stanley Cup. Oh. Some people from Ontario in the front row. I'll end you on this. Do you know what I love? Soccer. It's the best game in the world. Outside of North America, it's the only game where the score could be 0-0 and a national riot. You think something big's gonna happen, then it doesn't. You hear the play-by-play? It's Nigel and Johnson on a 2-1-1. It's Nigel. He's all in the clear. A glorious opportunity for Nigel. Surely this could be the winner, and back to Johnson. All Johnson needs to do is tap it into a wide open and back to Smith. Surely this could be the goal to win the game, if not the entire tournament, and back to Wilson. I've never seen a sublime individual effort like this in all my years of broadcasting. I'm going to do backflips and light fireworks out of my anus and show the light and back to Jones. And this is offside. Final whistle, 0-0. It's like trying to sneeze for 90 minutes. Fuck! But I was in the Middle East, and I'm not talking Ontario. And they make a low-scoring game like soccer sound like Armageddon. Nobody does it like them. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo, Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi, Lionel Messi, Barcelona, Lionel Messi, back to Jones. Hey, you guys have been great. I'll be back there. My name is Steven Seagal. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your night. Namaste, motherfuckers.
Keep it going for Steven Seagal.